We recently went to visit long-term Clarify customers and innovation partners, Orkel, to show you how they work to bring industrial data to life. Orkel builds top-of-the-line compactors for baling of bulk materials, and they're based in Fannrem, Norway. But their story started over 70 years ago when Erlend Gjønnes set out with an entrepreneurial drive and a single welding machine to fix bicycles and build farming equipment for the local market. Today, Orkel has grown to become an international leader, exporting high-end compactors to over 60 countries across the globe, for both agriculture and industrial use. From Japan in the east to the US in the west, there's most likely an Orkel machine in a field near you. Can you just state your name and your role in the company?
My name is Erlend Gjønnes, and I am the CEO of Orkel. I'm the third generation, so my grandfather founded the company in 1949, and he was running until early 80s, and then my father has been running the company until 22, and since then I've been the CEO.
So I'm Gjermund Kambestad. I'm the R&D Manager here at Orkel.
What does a typical day as an R&D manager look like for?
Well, I have a good team of 8 people in my department, and we're trying to figure out how to serve the customers, their needs today, and also their needs some years ahead.
Could you say a few words about the central high-level problem that Orkel is solving?
All around the world, storing forage is a huge challenge because today the normal way of storing forage is on the ground in the bunker or a pit silo. And the problem with this kind of forage storage is that oxygen is coming in contact, and then the rotting process is starting, and this leads to huge losses worldwide. So by baling, this loss is minimized in the scale of 10 to 30%.
How do you see digitalization and data in general contributing to solve those challenges?
What we now are trying to do is to make a good framework, make the infrastructure. So when we have an idea, we aim to have the data ready and the architecture ready. So then it's the development we need to do to make value out of these ideas are as short as possible.
For example, a bale is just a white, big thing. And when you ship it around, then you don't know where it's from and what's in it. And before we started with the digitalization, we had the ideas about printing or labeling the bale in some way. But when we got this cloud system and services, we figured out if we just give the bale an ID, so we don't need to print all information there. We can have the information in the cloud and give the bale an ID, and then you can read the ID and get some information about the bale through the cloud. And that was an enabler for us to do this that we have been wanting to do for a long time.
Together with Orkel, we focused on using data from machines, sensors, and open data sources to contribute to better traceability, better operations, and better maintenance of machines. Our collaboration is all about making data useful for everyone connected to the machines, from farmer to researchers, and add data and AI to the toolbox so they can solve problems and innovate faster.
I think data will be, of course, a very central part of our business in the future. And I think it's hard to see today all what it will be used for in the future, but what's very clear is that it's changing, for example, the business model. Earlier we always sold a machine and then it was sold and finished with that deal. Now is, for example, renting it's much more easier because we have the possibility to see how many bales the machine has made, and it's also possible to look at the machine and see when it needs service and stuff like this. So it's opening a lot of possibilities.
I like this impression of going from big data to small data. That you have, you gather a lot of data, but getting it to a in a way that the user can use it. And that because for us, computer experts, and you know, the big data is nice because we can pull out what we want. But the users of a machine, they don't want to sit and fiddle with the data. They just want the data they need, and fast and in a way that they can understand it. So filtering out and presenting it in a way that they understand and gives value. That means you have to cut away a lot of things you could have done and shown. So you have to cut to the bone and choose the right things. And that requires a very good understanding of the customer, that what they really need.
Could you say a few words about working with the Clarify team and also the things we've been collaborating on? And
I think we've been working with Clarify now over the past almost 10 years. And the team has been very enthusiastic and has brought a lot of new and good solutions. And this has accelerated our way of discovering our data and to give us a quick way to give the customers and ourselves a possibility to learn more about our products.
When we started, it was Orkel, this 70-year-old company almost, meeting this creative gang of startup people. And they were challenging our ways of thinking, and we were having these meetings thinking together. So you helped us think these new ways, and was actually the important part of the start of our digital journey and our cloud IoT journey.
We aim to scale up our business and, of course, to prove that this way of handling forage is giving a big advantage. It needs to be proven every time. The way we want to do this is by collecting data from the forage going into the machine. And then we can show that by doing it, by storing forage in a bale, it will be a much less loss than compared to the traditional way of storing forage.